The movie starts with a car driving down a road. Inside the car was a girl named Ashley. She was really going to see her husband. He had been in jail for over a year, but today he was getting out, so she was going to pick him up. Ashley's husband, Max, came out of jail. They drove home in the car. Max asked Ashley how their son was doing. Ashley said he was doing great and had even started school. They stopped at a gas station, and Ashley filled up the car. While she was doing that, Max went into a small store nearby. Inside, a police officer was asking the shop owner about a murder. The shop owner replied, "I think Bigfoot took him." There was a rumor that monster-like creatures lived in the forests around their town. They were known as Bigfoot. Many people in town believed they were real. The shop owner was one of them, so he was sure Bigfoot had taken the missing man. But the police officer didn't believe this. He told the shop owner to forget about it and to let him know if he heard anything about the man. Then, the police officer put a picture of the missing man on a notice board. There were already many pictures of other missing people there. Then, Max came out of the store and went back to Ashley. Max saw some local people going hunting. They were looking at Ashley in a nasty way. They were in a group. As they saw her, they started calling her a criminal, but the couple didn't pay attention to them and ignored them as they drove off. Max started drinking alcohol in the car. Ashley told him not to drink because she didn't like it when he drank or smoked. Ashley said it wasn't too long ago that he got out of jail, and he was already starting to drink. They had a bad argument about this. They were so busy arguing that they didn't see a man walking in front of their car. They hit the man with their car. They got out to check on him. They saw that he was hurt and in very bad shape. His legs were twisted. His body was covered in wounds. It looked like a wild animal had attacked him. Seeing his condition, they thought he was dead. But then, the man started to move. Ashley turned to go back to the car to call the police, but Max stopped her. He said that since he had just gotten out of jail, they could get into trouble because of this accident. But Ashley didn't listen to him and called the police. She told them that they had been in a car accident and told them where they were. Just then, Max suddenly saw something in the woods. Before he could understand what it was, someone started throwing stones at them. They quickly hid behind their car. When Max peeked his head out, a stone hit him on the head. Max fell backward and slid into a river. Ashley went to him to help but found him unconscious. She jumped into the river to save him. The water was flowing very fast, so they were pushed downstream. When the water calmed down, Ashley got out of the water with Max. But Max was still unconscious. Ashley gave him CPR, and he woke up. He was stable. Since the water was very cold and they had been in it for a long time, they were very cold. On the other side, we see a monster-like creature at the accident scene. It pushes their car into the river. The man who was in the accident was dead. The monster-like creature carried his dead body away. Back with Max and Ashley, they were still freezing. They didn't know what to do. Ashley used Max's lighter to start a fire. They hung their clothes on nearby bushes to dry. They sat by the fire. We see the police officer going back to the police station. On the way, he met a woman who asked him about her missing husband. Her husband was one of the people who had disappeared. Since he didn't have any answers, he comforted her by saying they would find him. After saying this, he left. There was a deputy there, and the police officer asked him, "Do you think there's a Bigfoot around here?" The deputy replied, "No, but we can't say it's impossible or ignore it." Just then, a woman police officer came over. She told the police officer that she had gotten a call from a girl. "She was telling me that they had an accident," she said. The police officer arrived at the place and found their car in the river. It got dark while they were pulling the car out of the water. He looked inside the car and found pictures of Ashley and Max. He asked his colleagues about the case. They were confused. Meanwhile, Ashley and Max promised each other that they would never fight again. They wouldn't let go of each other's hands. They would love each other and make their relationship good. Suddenly, Ashley saw the man they had hit with their car. When she woke up, she realized it was just a bad dream. Then, they noticed that Ashley's clothes were gone. They put on their own clothes. Then Max let Ashley wear his t-shirt. They decided to walk along the riverbank. As they walked, they realized there was no path ahead. So, to keep going, they started walking through the forest. We saw that someone had been following them for quite a while. The person following them was able to hide in the forest. They hid so well in nature that it was hard to find them. So, even though they were so close, Ashley and Max couldn't see them. It was none other than the monster-like creature people called Bigfoot. Suddenly, they heard the sound of a gunshot. When they went to check, they found the people who had come to hunt, the same people they had seen at the gas station. They thought these hunters could help them, so they decided to go to them. Max told Ashley to hide there to protect her from their nasty looks. Max went to ask them for help. When the hunters saw Max, they started laughing at him. Max asked them if they had a cell phone so he could call for help. There was a leader among them named BD. BD told Max that they didn't have cell phones because there was no signal in the forest and he hadn't brought one anyway. But BD said he had a radio. Max asked for it, but BD refused. When Max asked him about the main road, he wouldn't even tell him that. Ashley was hiding, and suddenly Bigfoot came up behind her. Bigfoot cut off some of her hair and took it with him. But when Ashley turned around, no one was there because Bigfoot had already gone. Ashley got scared and went to Max. When the group saw Ashley in this state, they laughed and made fun of her. But now, BD told his group members to be quiet. He agreed to help the couple. He gave both Ashley and Max some clothes, then they started walking together. Then we see the police officer who had been asking about the couple. But the police officer couldn't understand where they had gone or what had happened to their car, since it was said that their car had been dragged towards the river. Now, the deputy was starting to believe in Bigfoot. He thought Bigfoot had done this, but the police officer strongly disagreed. He believed that Bigfoot or other creatures like that were now extinct. Ashley and Max were walking, but BD started making fun of them again. BD started saying bad things about Ashley. Hearing such words about his wife made Max feel bad about BD, but since there were so many of them, Max couldn't do anything. Just then, two members of the group separated from the others. They found something strange near a tree. It was Bigfoot. Since Bigfoot was hiding in the forest, the men didn't see him. Suddenly, an arrow came and went right past the neck of one of the men. The man died right there. When his friend came back, he found him dead. Just then, an arrow went right past his own neck. He couldn't speak or shout for help. Then Bigfoot appeared in front of him. Bigfoot used his hands to gouge out both of his eyes. Then he brutally crushed his head. Just then, their third friend came there to call them. Some people were looking for their friends in the woods, but they couldn't find them because Bigfoot had taken their bodies away. Just then, one of them heard Bigfoot's voice, but when he looked around, there was no one there. He got scared and started to run, but because he ran too fast, he fell down. This broke the bones in his hand and wrist. Right then, Bigfoot came to him. Bigfoot hit the man's neck many times with a big axe. The man's head came off his body. Then Bigfoot went on to find more people to hurt. Over there, the other people in the group were still teasing Ashley and Max. Bigfoot threw an arrow at one of them, and that person died. As soon as that person died, everyone got worried. One of the people in the group saw Bigfoot. He started shooting at Bigfoot. He didn't hit Bigfoot even once, and Bigfoot got away. No one else could see Bigfoot, so they didn't know who their friend was shooting at. While shooting at Bigfoot, the man accidentally shot and killed his own friend. Because of this, Max also got shot and fell down. The man who could see and shoot at Bigfoot ran out of bullets. Just then, Bigfoot went to him and cut his throat. Then Bigfoot went towards Ashley, and she hid somewhere. There was already a man hiding there, but Bigfoot saw them and grabbed the hidden man. Then Bigfoot ripped his mouth open and left him there to die. Taking advantage of this, Ashley started to run away. Bigfoot threw his arrow at Ashley and she fell down. Then Bigfoot caught Ashley. He took her to the place where Max was. Then Bigfoot went towards Max to kill him. But when he saw Ashley, he decided not to kill Max. Then we see Max, who was still alive, and he started shooting at Bigfoot from behind. One bullet hit Bigfoot in the shoulder, and he got hurt. After that, he passed out. Then, Bigfoot took Ashley and Max with him.